Hello children, welcome back to this new session, and as we discuss in our introduction session, I have told you all the things related to your syllabus, related to the chapters that we are going to study. Along with that, I have told you how to make the notes, how many copies you have to make for the this subject, how we are going to conduct the practical, that also we have discussed already, right? So in that I have told you about the introduction part also, the basic the how we are going to categorize the living and non-living, all the things I have told you. So today we are going to start this chapter. Actually this is the first chapter of your syllabus, that is a living word. And in this chapter, as I told you earlier also, few of the things are now reduced, that is a taxonomical aids are reduced, systematic and taxonomical hierarchies are reduced, so all the things are reduced, but a simple first portion of this chapter is here. So today we are going to discuss that only, right? So if we talk about the living word, why we are, actually this is a very simple chapter, and if you are going to ask me, ma'am, there is no need to study this chapter because we know all the things, how the things are living, how the things are non-living, right? But they are the characteristics. On the basis of that we are saying, okay, these are the living organisms and these are the non-living organisms. If we are seeing surrounding to us, there are the number of things that are living and non-living. So if we are going to differentiate between the living and non-living, so that time you will say, ma'am, okay, those substance which will move from one place to the one another, those who cannot move from one place to another, so they are non-living, and those organisms which are moving, so they are living. But if we are sleeping, right, in that condition also we are not moving, so we are not living, still we are living, right? So there the movement itself is not a criteria. If we talk about the another very important process, that is a growth is also a criteria for being a between the difference between the living and non-living. But when you will see the few examples, that time you got to know, okay, no, growth is there, but maybe that is a external, maybe there is a internal, so that itself is not a criteria. So like this we are going to discuss few of the characteristics of the living being, right? So topic is what? Characteristics of the living being, right? So if we talk about the major characteristics, so first characteristics that is in your book is the growth, right? If we talk about the growth, right, so growth is what? When the anything you can see, if you see the plant, there is a small seed, we are going to sow that seed in the soil, gradually it will become a small plantlets, then it start growing, right? And after that it become a tree. So this is what, this is the growth. If you talk about the living animals, again there is a small baby, zygote first, then the fetus, then the baby, then the children, adulthood, like this way. But if you see the difference between the growth in plants and animals, so in plants growth is a everlasting process, right? In plants growth always take place, but we talk about the animals, there is a certain stage, there is a certain time period up to that growth take place, after that it is going to be stopped. But whenever there is any injury, whenever there is any type of repairing required in your body, that time again growth is there. So growth is there, but that is the internal growth, right? And you are saying it's from the outside. But when we talk about the another growth, for example, there is a garbage we are collecting on a land, and gradually what is there, again and again we if I have seen that garbage that is today only, and after 4 or 5 months if we are going to see that, so what I will see there is a big mass of that garbage is there, right? So again what I will say, oh, either there is a growth, right? So how this growth take place? Due to the deposition or due to the collecting of more trash, more garbage in that place, right? But that growth is external, right? So what is my point actually over here to tell all these things? Growth itself is not a criteria for any living organism to being a living, right? So this is the point over here, because when we talk about the as I told you this two example, So in that case, in both the places, or you can say in both the cases, the growth was there, but in the living organism, it was taken from the internal side. But when we talk about that trash or that the dump of garbage, in that case it is taken from the outside, right? So growth itself, you cannot say okay, this is the criteria for being a living. Second is what? Second is the reproduction. You know very well what is this process. Process is very simple. For the continuation of the life, when the organism are reproducing their own kind, right? So that the process is known as a reproduction. This is one of the important process, or you can say physiological activity for any living organism for the continuation of the life, right? But there the reproduction take place in plants as well as in animals. If we talk about the reproduction in any kind of in the next chapter, you will get to know there are the 5 kingdom classification. There are the different type of living organism: Protestian, Monera, fungi, Plantae, Animalia. Like this we are going to study. So, but point is this: when we talk about the reproduction in animals, reproduction in plants, there are the different categories, right? There are the different type. Unicellular organism just reproduced by the asexual mode. Multicellular, I think everyone is clear with this asexual mode and sexual mode from your previous class. But whenever it will come in your coming chapters, that again we will discuss that. So in the unicellular organism means those organisms which are made up of a single cell. In that kind of organism, reproduction just take by a single cell, by a asexual mode means there is no involvement of a gamete. The just one parent itself is capable to form to produce the new offspring, right? So in unicellular there is a asexual mode, but when we talk about the multicellular organism, or the complexity is increasing in the organism gradually, in that case there is a involvement of the 2 parents, and that mode we call as a sexual reproduction. So again there is a reproduction is a process by that all the organisms are reproducing. It means this is one of the criteria for being alive, right? But there are the certain kind of organism in our nature, those who are not reproducing, but still we are saying them that is they are alive, they are the living being. So for example, if we talk about the honeybee workers, so or you can say drones in the honeybee colonies, what is there? There are the 2 type of categories. There is a queen, a drone, and worker, right? So in that case, what is there? The males are just unfertilized egg, means they are not fertile, they are sterile. But being sterile, they are alive, they are living being. If we talk about the mule, means the mule is what in Hindi we call it as a khachar, right? So mule is reproduced by the combination of donkey and the horse. But mule is what? It's very strong in the strength, but it is not a fertile animal. It's a sterile animal. So it means if reproduction is one of the criteria for being alive, so it should be with the mule or the honeybee also, but it is not there. So what it is proving, actually it is proving that reproduction itself is not a criteria for being alive, right? For example, if we are there are the number of peoples nowadays, those who are incapable to reproduce, right? They go by the IVF techniques or the in vitro fertilization, so they are sterile. So what we will say? We will say they are not living, they are living, right? So this is not a criteria for a simple criteria. You can say this is not a single criteria. By that we can say okay, these are the living organisms, right? So again, third one is there important characteristics, that is a metabolism. Right? Metabolism means a biochemical reaction take place inside the body, right? All the physiological process, whether it is a digestion is going on, respiration is going on, any physiological process, circulation, transportation, any physiological process, when it is going inside the cell or inside your body, because body is made up of a cell basically. So then if we talk about the all the physiological process, so all the physiological processes take place in your body while we are sleeping, while we are in coma, while we are not fertile, while the growth is not take place in our body, we are just in a rest, whatever we are doing, wherever we are, in whatever stage we are actually. So in that case, what is going on, that is for being alive, because we need energy, right? So that energy comes from all the metabolic process take place in your body, or basically you can say in the system, or you can say in the cell, right? So in that case, what is there? Metabolic reactions is always going on in your body, right? And all of them is what? They are the internal reaction, right? Metabolic processes are actually two types. One is known as a anabolic, and second one is known as a catabolic, right? Anabolic means construction, catabolic means destruction. Means when there is a formation of a complex substance from a simple substance. For example, if the plants are making food, right? Plants are making food with the simple substance carbon dioxide plus water, and they are making their food, right? So this is a photosynthesis simple reaction. It is an unbalanced reaction actually. So in this process, from the simple substance, there is a formation of this complex substance. So that kind of process is known as the anabolic process, right? Construction is there. Opposite to photosynthesis is what? Photosynthesis is a anabolic process. When there is a destruction, that process are known as a catabolic process. For example, breakdown of the food, right? So that is known as a catabolic process. So these type of reactions take place in your body. So what I am saying, growth is not a simple or unique criteria for being alive. Reproduction is not a unique itself criteria for being alive. But whenever we are talking about the metabolic reaction, whether all the things you can say, whatever condition we are, whatever we are doing, we are not doing anything, and if we are sitting, we are sleeping, we are our brain is not working, in any kind of situation, what is their metabolic process is always going on. So it means metabolism is one of the characteristics. By that we can say, okay, we are the living being. So this is the unique characteristics. On the basis of that, or we can say, okay, animal or any organism is living. So number of times it is asked by the exam or examiner, what is that, which process, which characteristics in the living organism itself for the main criteria for being alive. So this is the metabolism. Now next one is what? Next one is the respond to the external stimulus, right? Respond to the external stimulus, or you can say it's a consciousness, right? What is the meaning of that? Whenever the organism is whatever we are doing, means if we are responding. So in the other condition, in that I have told you, means we are sleeping, brain is not working, we are in a coma, or we are something we are not doing. So what is there? If our brain is not working, means we are not going to be respond with the external stimulus, right? But we are alive in that condition also. So it means consciousness is also not a one of criteria for being alive. Now one more thing that you should know about the body characteristics of the living being, that is what? Body organization. Body organization. So what is the meaning of body organization? If we talk about the non-living things, if there is a two category, right? So one is the non-living things, one is the living things, right? If we talk about the non-living things, means if we talk about a chair, table, pen, light, anything if we talk about, so it means these are the also material, these are also some kind of substance by that they are made up of. So the basic thing by that they are made up of, that is what? Atom, right? So there are the electron, proton, neutron, right? And electron, proton, neutron make what? They make the compounds, right? So in this way there is a construction take place. But when we talk about the living organism, so in case of non-living, body organization, What was there in case of non-living? There is what? There is the electron, proton, neutron. And these makes what? These makes the atom, right? Atom makes what? They makes the molecule, right? So this is the construction of body organization of the living organism or non-living organism. But when we talk about the living organisms, so that time it what? It is like a cell. A group of cell is the tissue, right? Tissue is a group of tissue is what? This is the organ, right? Group of organ is the organ system, and together organ system make your whole body. So this is what? This is the living organization, right? So this is the difference between again non-living and living. This is not a characteristics. This is not a part of characteristic of a living being. This is just a body organization, or you can say differentiate between the non-living and living. But when we talk about the characteristics, there are the 4 characteristics we discuss always. That is, first one is the growth, second one is the reproduction, third one is the metabolism, and fourth one is the response to the external stimulus. So these are the 4 characteristics. Among these 4 characteristics, if we talk, so metabolism is a unique property. By that we are saying, okay, this organism or the thing that we are seeing, this is the living or non-living. So this is all about the portion that is left after the reduced syllabus of the first chapter. And we are going to end up today with this topic only. Next time we will meet with the second chapter, that is what? Biological classification. Thank you.